be talking about my makeup inventory, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen my, or if you haven't, probably not. I have my makeup collection video out, and that's pretty recent. I do have a couple of empties, but I'll talk about that later. So I'm just going to get into the numbers, and as of January 20th, Sunday, January 20th, this is up to date. So let's begin. I have 4 primers, and this includes 1 eyeshadow primer. So I have 3 face primers and 1 eyeshadow primer, and that's fine with me because I am almost out of one of my primers. I have 2 that are like blurring or for pore primers, and 1 is hydrating. I use the hydrating one on the weekend and the pore for most days. So I mean, the hydrating one's good for winter, and the others are good for every other season. So I'm fine with that. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes, I have 7, which is a lot compared to last year especially. I could like use a different palette every day if I wanted. That's such a strange thing to think about. But what I'm planning on doing with my palettes is, there are definitely shades among the palettes that I have that I do not like. Excuse me. So I did place an order on ColourPop, and I ordered 2 large eyeshadow palettes, like the empty ones, the magnetic ones. And I'm going to depot my eyeshadows into there. And then whatever eyeshadows I don't want, I'm going to put it into a separate eyeshadow pan thing. Yeah, my ideal number is, I don't really have an ideal number. I would just like to have like unique shades, and I do lean towards more neutral and jewel tone colors. I can't wear pastel colors because those are just too light for me. They don't show up on my face. And let's see, I'm not good at wearing blues, so I don't care if I don't have a blue shade. And yeah, that's basically it. But if I had to put a number on it, 3 would probably be good. Like a rainbow palette, then a rainbow and colorful are pretty much the same thing. An all matte rainbow palette, and I think I know which one I'm going to get. I'm just not going to buy it until November when there's a sale. And then one that's like mixed, and then a more everyday one. So that would be ideal. So I do need to limit my or cut down on the palettes, or the number of eyeshadows I have, which, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Okay, moving on to highlighters, I have 10. This includes the ones that are in like palettes. So I have the Innuendo palette, and that's 6. And then I have one that's in a 2-pan, or I have 2 that are in a split pan one. So I count each one as one because they're different colors, and the pan is not connected together. And I have a loose luster dust one, and also Mega Glow. So that's 4. So for me, I know like not everyone is like this. I go through highlighters extremely quickly. I go through 2 to 3 a year, depending on how big the highlighter is. So I'm probably not going to buy any more highlighters because I don't care, and I don't need a new one. I feel like I have enough colors, so I'm fine with that. I will try to not purchase highlighters, but I don't see this as a problem. I go through them really quickly. And moving on to blush, I have 3 blushes. One is cream, the other 2 are the more traditional powder blushes. But not all of them, they are all not like full-sized blushes. They're all in like, they're either like the travel size or sample size, or in a smaller pan. So for blush, I feel like I have enough to last a while. I'm not really much of a blush person. I do wear blush every day that I wear makeup, which is pretty much 5 through 7 days a week. And yeah, I'm not gonna hit pan anytime soon. I've never hit pan on a blush, and I'm not crazy about buying them, so it's good enough. For bronzers, I have 7. This year I definitely went crazy buying bronzers. A year ago I didn't have any, and now I have 7. I did get quite a few for free from my friend. She's so nice to me. She's always giving me makeup that she thinks will suit me. So I have 7, and that's good. I'm not going to be buying many bronzers this year. I was just thinking, like, unless they go on sale, because I know Too Faced does do their half off cheek products. That was about a couple months ago. It was either in early January or probably late December. If they do something like that again, I might pick up dark chocolate Soleil, but other than that, oh, and the Sweetie Pie bronzer, but other than that, I don't really care. Bronzer is just, it's nothing like really special. So yeah, I'm trying to get through mine, and I want to hit pan on at least 2 bronzers this year, because my ideal number of bronzers is 2, one for the summer and one for the winter, because I change shades really quickly and it sucks for foundation. Okay, moving on to concealer. I have 2. I have one that's like pretty much, I'm wearing it all over my face today as foundation, so that's the concealer I have. And then I have a lighter concealer for like under eyes and sometimes to prime my eyelids. That's good enough for me. 2 concealers. Moving on to foundations, I have 3. I have 2 powder foundations and 1 liquid foundation. They are all way too dark for me right now, so I'm going to have to wait till I get browner to use those. But the thing that sucks is that the liquid foundation looks kind of orange, so I might declutter it, but I feel really bad because it was like given to me as a gift, and also it was Guerlain, and I looked at the price. It's $63. I have never spent that much. I just tore something. I've never spent that much money on a single makeup item. I spent $50, but not $63. Or I spent $49. It was a Too Faced palette. So yeah, I feel kind of bad decluttering it. It's still pretty new bottle. I've only used it a couple of times, so I'm trying to figure out who to give it to. It's a pump bottle, so it's like much more sanitary than like the stick. I might just donate it to a women's shelter because I don't have any friends who get browner than me. Okay, moving on to setting powders. I have 2 setting powders. I don't actually have a setting powder. I have a finishing powder, which is the NYX baked one, the NYX finishing powder. Yeah, that's all it's called. And then I have the Makeup Revolution baking powder. So I guess I could just use that as a setting powder. I need to learn how to bake, so yeah, I'm fine with those 2. They will both be used a lot more in the summer because I get way more oily in the summer than in the winter. Okay, moving on to eyeliners. I have 3. I have they're all brown eyeliners because I don't like black eyeliners. They make my eyes seem smaller and it doesn't look as natural. Not that makeup is extremely natural, you know, but I just prefer the look of brown eyeliners. It's less harsh and it blends in with my makeup more easily because I like to wear brown eyeshadow pretty much every day. I only like to keep one eyeliner open at a time, so right now I'm testing a Japanese eyeliner and then I have 2 that are unopened, but I've already found my holy grail eyeliners, so that's good. I am probably never going to purchase another brown eyeliner that isn't those 2 brands ever again. So moving on to mascara, I have 3. I have 2 that are open. Okay, this is really rare. I almost never have 2 eyeliners or 2 mascaras open at a time because I think it's wasteful. To me, you only really need to have 1 open at a time. I don't know why people have multiple, unless, I guess, if you prefer one for your lower lash line and one for your upper lash line. But I have one that's open for every day and I keep it at work, and then I have one that I should have tossed, but it still works really well right now. It's past the suggested 3-month expiration date, but I just like it so much, and I got it from Japan that I can't give it up. And it also is working quite well right now, so I'm not going to get rid of it. And then I have one that's not open right now. And that one's a tubing mascara. So at this point, I don't actually know if I'm going to use that one or not, because I don't know. I've heard tubing mascara is very interesting. It is definitely waterproof though. I need like a waterproof mascara because I have extremely oily lids, and if I don't wear a waterproof mascara, then by like an hour I have panda eyes. Moving on to setting sprays, I have 4. They are all the same, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I buy them when they're on sale, or when the price is 2 for $39, and then I use the 20% off coupon so I can get it for even cheaper. And yeah, then it comes out to be about $16 per setting spray, which is a lot easier to swallow than $32 per bottle. So yeah, I really like it. I don't think I'll buy another setting spray ever again, because this one is just the best one I've tried, and the price is pretty good. Moving on to brows, I have 4 brow products, but I have a dupe, or not a dupe, I have 2 of the same one. So I have 2 Essence Make Me Brows, and again, I'm probably never going to buy another brow mascara. Other than that, it is so cheap and it works well. Like, I can't ask for anything other than that. So I believe they're $2.99 each, and I just buy it. I only just tried it, so I have one that's open and a backup, and so I'm just going to buy that from now on, and I will probably only buy it when I'm down to 1, and then just stock up by buying 1 and getting the other free. Excuse me, from Ulta. The brow is pretty skinny. The wand is pretty skinny, and I really like that. It's easy to control, and the color actually matches like my eyebrows well. I am in the shade number 3 Soft Brownie Brows, for those of you who are wondering, and my hair color looks black here, but it's actually dark brown. For brow pencils, I really like the ColourPop Precision Brow. I'm in the shade Dope Taupe. I don't have it in my brows right now. I actually have Anastasia's Brow Wiz and Caramel on this side, and then this side is the NYX, like their skinny version, their skinny eyebrow pencil in the shade Taupe. Anyway, I really like the ColourPop one because it is so creamy. It's just glide it on, and it's so smooth. It's cheap. It's $5, which is like a really good price. And what's surprising is it actually lasts all day. Like, I don't need to use a brow mascara. I mean, it helps make it last the whole day, but I find that I don't have to. And I use it as an everyday brow. I use the Anastasia one on the weekends. I'm actually out, but I would use the Anastasia one on the weekends because I didn't want to finish it up. And yeah, so I really like Brow Wiz and the Precision Brow, but unfortunately I'm out of Precision Brow, so unfortunately I'm out of the Brow Wiz, so I'm using the NYX one for now, which is supposed to be a dupe, and I'm also using the ColourPop one, if that makes sense. So for brow products, I have the NYX, like this is it a micro brow? I don't know. It's a skinny brow pencil. And then I have the ColourPop Precision Brow, and then I have two Essence Make Me Brow mascara gels, whatever. Okay. Moving on to lips, I had, well, on here it says 12, but I just decluttered 2, so I have 10 lip products, but I placed an order on ColourPop, as I said earlier, and I picked up 3 new lip products. So I will have 13, but as of today, January 20th, I have 10 lip products, which is fine to me. Every single lip product that I have is a different color or like a different type of product, if that makes sense. Does it? Yeah, I can't believe I only wanted 5 lip products last year in July or something. I wanted to reduce my collection down to 5. But that's not really realistic for me. For me, I am pretty good about reapplying lipstick, because like lipstick really changes your look. Like brows and lipstick can make you look like a different person, and it's with just such little effort. So yeah, I put on lipstick in the morning, and then after I eat breakfast I put it on again, after I eat lunch I put it on again, and then I don't. Because then it's like after lunch I'll have some water and it'll wear off slowly, but by dinner time I don't really care. I'm not out and about, no one's gonna see it, so I don't really care, and plus I probably left it at the office if I'm using it that often. So for lip products, I apply at least twice a day, so I'll go through them pretty quick. And yeah, when my lips are drier, I will use them more often during the day, and at night I will use a lip balm. So I am pretty good about using lip products. And of the 10 that I have, 3 of them are sample sizes or travel sizes. So I believe I have 2 ColourPop Mini Ultra Satin Lips. I don't like ColourPop liquid lipsticks. That's what I figured out this year, or last year. And then I have Max Velvet Teddy in the travel size. So those are the 3 smaller products that I have, and I'm going to go through them really quickly. I already know this. But yeah, that's everything I have. I am pretty content with most of my makeup collection. There are some categories where there's more than I would like. For example, eyeshadow palettes and highlighters and bronzers. Those are all like, just those 3 are problematic areas, and that's not even that bad. Like, I know I will get through a lot of the highlighters and bronzers because those are products I use every single day. Last year I spent a lot of time trying new products and just like, oh, I think I like that, I'm going to buy it. But I was still being very careful with my money. I was doing my research and stuff. I'm not much of an impulse buyer. Yeah, I am more careful than that. I don't know how to phrase it properly, but I am